Hello, my name is Daniel, and today I'm going to talk about my learning proposal for my commercial project and my self-directed project. The brief for this commercial project was given by Magis, an Italian design company based in Torre de Mosto. As a family-owned business, they believe in the strength of family values. Therefore, the approach to this brief is to design a piece of furniture that enhances the experience of family dining, inspired by the Portuguese culture. A culture that is part of my heritage, which increases my connection to the project and allows me to deliver an authentic piece. As mentioned on the previous slide, Magis is a family-owned business. Accordingly, since they were founded in 1976, they continue to be independent and run on family values such as appreciation, loyalty, respect, and a great sense of community. From small to big families, the piece would be suitable for any household that has regular gatherings. However, in order to narrow down the type of user, a persona was created. Pedro, who's 30 years old, and Ana, who's 28 years old, a Portuguese couple who plan on having children soon and building a family, constantly have their families and friends around, mainly on weekends for dining, and are interested in contemporary furniture. Considering Magic's price point and product catalog, the target audience is formed by consumers who can afford from upper middle to high-end furniture. This means that the piece needs to meet the highest standards and give a sense of exclusivity, using Magic's ethos and design philosophy as the foundation. According to the website Cultural Atlas, in Portugal, the family is seen as the foundation of the country's social structure, meaning that loyalty and commitment to the family unit are put above other relationships and obligations. Furthermore, it is common to find households where grandparents live in the same place as a parent to aid in caring for the children. Like Magis, Portugal has a huge sense of community. Apart from the strong family culture, Portugal is also known as the world's largest cork producer. As reported by Equal Times, it is estimated that the country produces 100,000 tons of cork annually, making it hold more than 50% of the world's cork supply. From champagne bottle stoppers to furniture and even the construction industry, cork is a very versatile material and, more importantly, highly sustainable. The harvesting of cork does not require the cutting down of any trees whatsoever. Matter of fact, the trees grow until they are around 25 years old. After that, the cork is peeled from the tree trunks every 9 years. Companies like Sampaio, for example, have managed to develop a genuinely ecological production without waste, with a 95% energy self-sufficient using only water vapor and the cork itself. This proves that it is a raw material that performs within the pillars of the circular economy, as it is 100% natural, durable, and recyclable. Furthermore, it is extracted from native forest species planted in southern Europe and distributed throughout the western part of the Mediterranean, thus promoting the regional economy. For this project, the design methodology that will be followed is the Design Consul's Double Diamond, as it covers all vital steps of a design process in an effective and efficient way. The plan for this project is to start with in-depth research into cork and the Portuguese family culture between weeks 1 and 3. Then, begin to explore and ideate possible and different design routes to take between weeks 4 and 5. From week 6 to week 8, the aim is to develop the chosen concept through sketching and prototyping. Finally, between weeks 9 and 10, the final design will be refined and rendered. Alongside, the presentation and the technical drawings will also be concluded. The pandemic kept everyone indoors for a very long time. Being inside relentlessly can lead to several mental health conditions, such as depression, anxiety, sleep deprivation, and stress. This self-directed project aims to make a piece that provides a momentary relaxing experience for the user, whether by designing outdoor furniture, an indoor piece that brings the experience of being outdoors, or even one that can be used in or outdoors. Furthermore, the design will be inspired by Brazilian culture, that will inform the aesthetics and the materials of the piece. This project will be an in-depth study on ergonomics, mental health, and culture informing design. Social isolation was one of the consequences resulting from COVID-19. The sudden and imposing need for staying indoors for a considerable amount of time to contain the spread of the virus has significant impacts, mainly reflected in the psychological state of people. All of a sudden, the way of coexisting in the modern world was radically altered and impacted with the imposition of personal attitudes that had never been imagined until then. According to a survey done by the Commonwealth Fund and research firm SSRS, a third of people in the United States reported experiencing stress, anxiety, or sadness that was tough to cope with alone since the COVID-19 outbreak. In Canada, the UK, and France, about a quarter of respondents also stated that they had suffered mental health problems as a consequence of the pandemic. A KFF health tracking poll from July 2020 also discovered that 36% of adults have reported to have sleep deprivation due to the pandemic. 32% reported to have eating disorders. 12% have reported to have increased their alcohol consumption. And another 12% have reported worsening on chronic conditions. Unfortunately, all of this impact will still last for a long time. Moving on from the problem that has been tackled and talking about the concept behind the design, just like the commercial project, this self-directed project has a strong cultural influence in its concept. However, this time my connection with it is even more significant because it is inspired by the culture of Brazil, the country I was born and raised in. Very well known for its stunning landscapes and vast cultural diversity, Brazil has always been a source of inspiration for numerous artists in the most varied artistic fields. Here are some examples. Antônio Carlos Jobim and Vinícius de Moraes, the composers of Girl from Ipanema. Tarsila do Amaral, a famous modernist painter. Carlos Drummond de Andrade, a writer and poet. And, in the design field, it's no different. Oscar Niemeyer, for example, was passionate about curves. He once stated, "Curves are the essence of my work because they are the essence of Brazil, pure and simple." Another example is Lina Bobardi, who was born in Italy and moved to Brazil in 1947 with her husband Pietro Maria Bardi in the search for new markets. She dove herself deeply into Brazilian culture and designed many iconic pieces inspired by it, such as the bocha, a modular piece inspired by the bowls used by the Caiçaras, an indigenous community located in the southeast and south of Brazil. The uniqueness of this project relies on the concept being based on Brazilian culture. That will be translated into the aesthetics and will also inform the materials that will compose the piece. Additionally, this project aims at tackling issues that have been highly discussed in the past few years, and even more now after the impacts of the self-isolation due to the COVID-19 outbreak. The aim is not to create a medical device. Instead, it is to design a comfortable piece of furniture that provides a temporary, relaxing state. And that concludes my learning proposal. Thank you very much for listening.